Let's learn IIB. Today, I'll show you how to use validate node for XSD validation. I first create a flow as shown which accepts data via HTTP input node. I'll be validating XML data using XSD. I set HTTP path and blob domain is used. XML is set on validate node. I delete old XSD file so that I can show you how to generate XSD using XML. Using book.xml file, I create a message model and save it as book.xsd. When you set XML NSE domain or DFDL domain or anything else, you are not able to select the message model that we created now called book.xsd. You are not able to set that as a property on validate node. The properties on validate node are domain, message model, message. So you cannot set book.xsd on message model property or message property. When you click on browse, the results are empty. Let's verify whether this is an issue with XML message models or does it also apply to comma separated text, CSV text. Create CSV message model with all the default values and don't worry about the names and the number of columns and the value in each of them. This is only used for comparison and we will delete this later. Message model is generated with 3 fields. Let's create a logical instance. You can see the value set for those 3 fields. Let's serialize now. From the logical instance, you see the 3 values, value 1, comma value 2, comma value 3. When we click on the browse button for message model, the CSV message model does not appear. Go click on the browse button next to message. Here you see the DFTL schema and the message, comma separated values sample. Now it is evident that you can select your message if you set the domain as DFTL, but not the books.xsd file. Let's test the XML and XSD that we generated. You can test it using IIB runtime, and you can also test it with the toolkit. Eclipse gives you XML validation feature. For that, set the proper keywords such as target namespace and schema location and the path to schema location, the namespace used in schema location. Set all of these values properly and you can validate your XML. When I only provide an XML file without a schema, I can validate it without errors because it is being validated against nothing. When I provide the file name as book.xsd and do not provide a namespace, it is still not able to find that file, that schema, and validation completes with warning. The warning is, look at the yellow mark on the first line. It is an indication that the schema is not visible. I change the XML elements data type from string to integer. So the year field on line number 4 has been changed from string to integer. We have not added the keyword target namespace. Let's do that for XSD file. And also fix the namespace in XML file. You see some validation errors now. It says the price field is not an integer and hence you get an error. Line number 8. I've changed the data type. Oh, sorry, year field is set as integer and price field is set as decimal. Now you would get an error for the decimal field. These validations are done not by IIP, these are done by the Eclipse XML plugin. Notice that the message model is left blank. Let me clean up my IIP runtime environment by stopping a few execution groups, deleting unnecessary flows, and then I will deploy this HTTP node and the associated validate XML message flow into default execution group. I will test my flow using SOAP UI. When I provide an input message to the validate XML flow, I get back an error and it says validate node as check message enabled, and it is expecting XML NSC message. So when if you go see the property on validate node, I'm setting the breakpoints now and I have taken the message flow into debug mode. Here you can see the exception list. The input message that we received on the HTTP input node has been parsed as a blob. Properties HTTP input blob. These are the message trees that you see at the debug breakpoint. If you go further, it will cause an exception at the validate node, and here you see that domain set or type check failed. To fix this error, you have to change the domain set on HTTP input node as blob, change it to XML NSC. Deploy again and test with SoapUI. Now we see that the input root contains a body called XML-NSC and the XML validation has passed. Do not see the error from validate node. Now I will change the value for year as a not a number. I expect an exception to be thrown by validate node, but still that exception does not occur. Year field, which is supposed to be a number, is now accepting alphanumeric values. I'll try a few more combinations of blob and XML. You see the same error as before. Domain domain check failed. If you set the input node's parser value as blob, then you would get this error. I have set blob on HTTP node and validate node just to study the behavior to see if the XSD validation occurs. XSD validation does not occur because we have not set the schema location. You can skip ahead for a few minutes because I repeat the same test multiple times. I leave the message model as blank. I change the domain to XML NSC. Now the error occurs. Exception is thrown by validate node. For the price field, and if you fix the value to year is equal to 2003, the error goes away. Observe the keyword schema location is used now. If you change the value for price as non decimal number, an exception is thrown. If you revert it back to a decimal, the error is gone. So what are the properties? XML NSC domain on HTTP input and validate node. Message model is left as blank. Validate node picks up the book.xsd file from IIB project. It could be in a referenced shared library, or it can be on the main project. File will be accessed in both the cases. Now I've changed the value, the decimal value of the price field to alphanumeric value and error occurs. Notice the namespace and XSD location. I'm deleting a few fields from input, few attributes from input to observe how IIB behaves in this case. To study the caching behavior of IIB nodes, validation is performed even in this case. Only when you remove the namespace, that is go to blog wordpress.com, when you modify the namespace, that is when an error occurs, such as the root element book is not found, which means the validate node did not find a schema file that matched with the new namespace. When I fix those namespace errors, validation is completed successfully. When you are validating the XML in IIB toolkit, you have to explicitly provide the schema path, as shown on line number 5. But we observe that it is not always necessary when you're testing it with IIB runtime. On line number 5, I provide an invalid file path. Validation does not go through when I provide an invalid file path. I usually save all my code to GitHub. I had, I had comments or indicators such as the one that you see here. The project name is available, and with an index number, I mentioned what is the changes that I have made in a readme.md file. I call these things as commit tags. Let's say you have a project and there are 100 commits, but you only are working on one actionable item, that is demoing the feature of validate node. So you could commit 10 times for the same feature, and commit tag will help to identify the feature apart from the commit. 10 commits equals one feature. We studied the behavior of validate node. Now I want to check, is validation available in any other nodes such as HTTP input? Can we validate schema using HTTP input node without validate node? Change the validation parsing timing and validation property of HTTP input node. I'll set the validation to content and value and parse timing to immediate on HTTP input. First, let me take the project into debug and see where the failure occurs. On HTTP input node, the failure does not occur because you have not set the parse timing to immediate and validation to content and value. This is why the failure occurs at validate node. Now I change the validation property to content and value. This I have made on the HTTP input node. Changes applied on HTTP input node. The code is deployed. Now we did not cause any failure. Why? Because parse timing is not changed. Still shown as on demand. A warning is also given to you by the toolkit. So go select parsing options and change the parse timing to immediate. Now the warning goes away from the toolkit. The yellow identifier at the yellow mark goes away. Deploy. test again. Now the transaction did not stop at any of the breakpoints. Why? Because it failed at the initial node, HTTP input node, and the data moved to the failure terminal. We did not have any other nodes connected to the failure terminal, the catch terminal. This is why the breakpoint did not apply. Now we connect pass-through node so that we stop the error and look at the contents at breakpoints. Deploy, test again. The failure terminal has created exception list. And what does the exception list say? It says ABC is not an integer data type. This means validation is done using the schema that we created called book.xst. If validation is being done by the HTTP node, we do not need validation node. Add a pass-through in its place and test again. Let's give some meaningful name to the pass-through nodes. In textual form, I'm informing that HTTP node will be doing the validation from now on. We usually don't create such long names for for any of the IIB nodes. Why? Because we'll be saving some audit logs, monitoring logs into some database, and a database would have some limit on its column. So a long name to a IIB node will cause overflow. In case of an error, the reply has to be corrected. Failures will create an exception list, and that exception list will be sent back to the invoker. Success will also be sent to the invoker. Deploy, test again. An error has occurred and it is telling you which field has failed. Fix the value for the field here so that it's only an integer and you get a successful response. Status code 200. If you correct the decimal field, you get an error. If you fix the decimal field, you get HTTP status 200. I use this README file so that I can quickly understand what projects I have created and what features are available with the net and under what commit tag, so that I can go back and view the values from 6 months ago, 1 year ago, so on. using commit history, version history. Import these projects from GitHub to your local system, and you can try these examples on your IIB runtime. Link to the GitHub repository is given in video description. Here you see the schema files and the message flows. Happy coding!